If you guys saw my last video where I replaced the heater hoses, you probably saw how rusty and rotten my battery compartment is. So today, this video is just gonna focus on that, on repairing that rust and making sure that the battery has an actual solid base to sit in, and that there aren't any rust holes that will, be a possibility of something that might bring water into the car, and then, that will cause mildew on the carpet, and it may cause rust on the floors. It's, a whole different can of worms that I don't really want to deal with. So I figured, since I spotted that early, I might as well deal with it right now. And a lot of the information that I got, that I'm using on this video, actually came from a YouTube channel called Mercedessource. It's this guy, he's actually in northern Washington. He only works on Mercedes cars, not necessarily just old ones, but any kind of Mercedes, I think. And he has a website where he sells a lot of tools and products and stuff. And one of the products that I saw in one of his videos that really intrigued me is this thing called Miracle Paint. After I read up on it a little bit, it turns out that it seems to be a similar thing to POR 15. It's basically just kind of a really thick paint that catalyzes rust and cures to a very hard polymer surface. And the cool thing about Miracle Paint, which I saw in the Mercedessource videos, is that you can actually soak fiberglass in it to give it more strength. So that's my plan for the battery compartment. I'm gonna just give it a coat of Miracle Paint and give it a few layers of fiberglass to just reinforce it. And one thing with Miracle Paint that I also found out about from reading up on it is that it's sensitive to UV rays, so it'll break down with UV rays. So after the battery compartment is painted, I plan on giving it just a surface coat of high heat Rust-Oleum, just to protect the actual Miracle Paint surface. Alright, let's get to it. So over here you can see how bad the battery compartment is. There's complete rust out in some parts. This is actually a very common area for rust in these cars. So, over the years the batteries might leak. You can see some residue of that down here, and water can accumulate over here, and it'll just rust the crap out of it. So first order of business is to just give it a good clean with a wire brush. Get rid of most of the loose rust. Miracle Paint actually likes having a surface of rust to give it a good key to hold on to, and it will catalyze the rust so it won't spread. But there's other sorts of dust and dirt on here that are acid residue that I don't want. I don't just want to cover it with paint. So give it a good brushing first, and then we'll get onto the painting. Alright, you can see I put some rags in the intakes, just so none of that crud gets in there, because that would be a huge mess that I really don't want to have to deal with. Okay, so here you can see I've given it a pass with the wire brush, and I masked all the rust out holes from the back so that the paint's not just gonna drip all over the interior. Now it's time to give it just a little wipe down with some wax and grease remover, and lay on the paint. Okay, so here's the Miracle Paint. Got a few squares of fiberglass matte and just, you know, a cheap brush. Don't even think of using an expensive brush with this stuff, because once you use it, you basically just have to throw it away, because this thing gets really hard and you basically can't remove it once it's hardened. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give the battery compartment a coat of Miracle Paint by itself, and then I will just soak each one of these squares of fiberglass matte with Miracle Paint and then apply it with a brush. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so here's another lesson I've learned. If you use this stuff and you close the can, put a piece of saran wrap under the lid, because otherwise, like, I just mangled the crap out of this can trying to get the lid loose with a screwdriver. So don't be as stupid as I was. Put a piece of saran wrap on here. Okay, now that I've got a nice coat of Miracle Paint in there, I'll go ahead and get the fiberglass.
Don't ask me to move a mountain, don't ask me to swim the sea. Don't think that I'm a towering stream, don't lean too much on me. When looking to the future, oh, don't build your dreams too high. I beg you to remember, I'm just an ordinary guy. I ain't no miracle worker, I do the best that I can. I ain't no miracle worker, oh Lord, I ain't no miracle man. And I don't have a fortune, you know I sweat for each time I make. But I'm always in there just looking to get that lucky break. Every day I keep on trying.
As you can see, now everything is coated in Miracle Paint with fiberglass. I focused especially on this area here in the back because this is where the worst of the rust out was. So I wanted to make sure that it was well reinforced. And yeah, now I just have to give this 24 hours to cure, and then I can go ahead and sand it down a bit and apply my high heat Rust-Oleum. And just so I can show you guys what it looks like once it's cured, I did a repair on a little rust out area in the rear passenger side wheel well. That you know, that's a natural rusty area for these cars. It kicks up whatever it picks up from the road into the wheel well, and then ends up rusting out into the trunk. So I'll show you guys what that looks like now. Yeah, we're in the trunk of the car right now, and this is one of the areas that I repaired. You can see that there is no more hole in there. I had to pull back my sound deadening, but it's okay. I can just cut that part off and stick a new one on there. But just so you can see how tough this is. Like it's tough as fucking nails. Like, it's not going anywhere. And there's another little area down here. It's another common rust spot by the tail light. And you can see, like, I'm holding the flashlight on the other side of it, and you can't really see any light coming through. This is it's completely watertight now, so hopefully no more rusting in that area. So that's it for this first video of repairing rust in the battery compartment. In a few days I will come back and show you guys what the final product looks like when the miracle paint is all cured and I've managed to put at least 2 coats of high heat Rust-Oleum on there. I think eventually I'll paint the entire engine bay with the matte black high heat Rust-Oleum, but I'm still a long ways away from that. I still need to do a lot more work. Anyway, that was it. Thanks for watching.